Farm Sanctuary played a role on the steering committee of the Yes on Proposition 2 campaign in California, which recently passed with 63% of the vote. And we thought this was very important because it was an opportunity to put these issues in front of millions of voters. On today's industrialized farms, animals are confined in cages and crates so small that they can't turn around or even stretch their limbs. So Proposition 2 requires that animals, specifically cows raised for veal, pigs used in the breeding industry, and egg-laying chickens, be given enough space to turn around and stretch their limbs. So this will ban the use of veal crates, which are 2-foot wide enclosures where young calves are chained by their neck for their whole lives. It'll ban the use of gestation crates for breeding pigs, where these animals are confined in 2-foot wide metal crates for their whole lives. And it will outlaw the use of battery cages, which are wire enclosures where egg-laying hens are packed so tightly that they can't stretch their wings and they're constantly rubbing against the wire bars, their feathers rub off. And so those 3 cruel confinement systems are now going to be illegal in California. Now these confinement systems are common across the United States. So California has now set an example and said these systems are inhumane, they are unacceptable, and they need to be ended. Now Proposition 2 is not going to prevent all of the animal suffering, and it's not going to prevent all of the cruelties these animals experience, but it will end some of the most egregious cruelty, and specifically with regard to their confinement. It gives them, basic freedom of movement. And, citizens in California, like I think citizens across the country and around the world, feel that these animals deserve to be treated better than they're being treated. And Proposition 2 passing is a statement of that principle, that these animals deserve better, and I think it's going to lead to additional changes. Proposition 2 was really just about ending cruelty, but the additional benefits are that it raises awareness, empowers citizens, empowers consumers to live in a way that is more consistent with their own values, and it's also more consistent with their own ethics and their own interests. So, Proposition 2 did many good things, and it's empowered our animal movement. It's also, I believe, disempowered and demoralized the industry. They spent millions of dollars. They put a lot of energy into their effort to oppose Proposition 2, and they failed completely. They spent more money than ever before, and they lost by a bigger margin than ever before. So that felt very good, and we're just going to have to see what the next steps are. Right now we're regrouping. We're going to assess the vote. We're going to start reaching out in other states to see what the environment looks like, to see whether the industry is willing to make some changes voluntarily, or whether we need to go to court or go to the legislature or go to the voters again to push for additional reforms.